Today we're going to talk about the Mustang Project Falcon and Galaxy and Ranchero sunburst or non-sunburst LED lighting kits. We have a brand new kit with a brand new feature. In your classic 64 through 67 Falcons, you have a backup light right in the center. Well, up till now, it's been pretty difficult to replace these with LEDs because the socket is so big. You have to do a lot of work to try to wedge in a lamp between the back of the housing and the front. Our new kit features a pair of LED sunburst LED modules and our new super high power electronically controlled LED backup lights. And we'll show you how all these go in today. Very easy to install. For the demonstration, we removed the housing from the car, but normally you don't have to remove the housing from the car. We leave the housing in the car. So you'll remove the lens, and you'll notice that the backup light is secured with three little nuts. You simply unscrew these nuts, and you'll find that the lens and chrome bezel come right off, and so do the socket. We won't be using that socket. We will, of course, reuse the lens and the bezel here. Right, so first we install our backup light module. The backup light module looks just like this. It's custom designed for the cars of that year, Falcon, Galaxy, Ranchero, 64 through 67, so that these pins line right up. Now this light is super bright. It's brighter than those flashlights you might see. It's brighter than just an ordinary consumer product. This is really an industrial type, the kind of LED used in headlights, etc. So you simply screw these back on. The same screws work, same nuts work, that is, on the same little shafts. Okay. Now these lead wires will be provided that will go through the hole that already exists in the housing. You can reuse the grommet that had the existing wiring through it, or you can put a new one there. Alright, so let's put in the LED module. Your LED module will come with a little insulation strip. It's very important to put this insulation strip around the edge of the board like this. This way we make sure that there's no accidental short of the board to the housing, and it also removes the chance of any rattling when you're driving around with the LED boards. So this is very easy to apply. It's a simple foam tape made for us for these LED boards. Usually I use scissors, but you can always just pull it apart right like that. Right now that you have the foam tape securely attached, your kit will come with a hardware pack which will have different spacer sizes. For most of the Falcon of these years, you'll need the included 1/4 inch spacer plus a 3/4 inch spacer. Always be sure and put one of the included lock washers between the spacer whenever you apply one. Of course, this simply slides right in just like a normal lamp. It can only go in one way, so if it doesn't go in the first time you try, rotate it 9 degrees and it'll pop right in. Now once that's secured, you complete the installation with the mounting screw that come in your hardware pack. Now for the purposes of the demonstration, I'm going to put this to the side and route this through here. Of course these wires would be inside your car, and you would have connected them to your existing backup wiring. Very simple. The black wire goes to your chassis ground, which would be any of these studs that mount the housing, and the red wire goes to the backup wire, which you cut off when you remove the old socket. So you can splice right back on there. Now we'll finish mounting the housing. There'll be a screw that will go through here that's included in your kit. That screw, you should always put a washer under the heads of any of these screws. You'll get these spacers in your kit so you can space the board out so that it does not touch the housing. It's very important. You'll notice something that is now new on most of our kits that we're producing. We're converting to all surface mount components, which are stronger, lower profile, more reliable. Of course, the the Mustang Project smart signal technology and microprocessors, which controls everything and allows you to put in a cool sunburst effect without any sort of rewiring or control boxes. That's our patented smart signal technology. So very simply, another feature I should point out is that the wires on this new kit are secured with a special securing feature, so that it's virtually impossible for them to break off. They're very strong, allows you to be a little bit less careful during installation if you have to be. So this is a spacer, and this will space the board out. Remember, as I said, it's very important that the boards do not touch the metal housing when the car is in action. So you'll simply screw this on. Okay, now we'll finish the assembly by tightening this up. We make sure that after our board is mounted that there's a little bit of clearance between the board and the housing. Okay, we need that for two reasons. One, to make sure the board doesn't touch the housing and short out, and the other to make sure there's just a little bit of room so that the backup light wires can go through here. So now, the backup, we would secure these and tighten these nuts down, and of course it would mount just as normal. The installation looks totally stock until you light it up, and then if you want, you'll get the cool sunburst effect, or if you want a more classic look, you'll get the just the on-off. Okay. So here we have connected our backup light to our test set, and you can see how brilliantly bright the backup light is.